All right, y'all. So Jermall Charlo comes out today. We all know Benavidez's opponent, Jose Uzcategui, failed a drug test and won't be able to make the fight. And Jermall Charlo, I may have said Jermall. Jermall Charlo is now saying that he'll fight David Benavidez. David Benavidez is no problem for him whatsoever. He'll be glad to take the fight, paraphrasing just a little bit, but ultimately he says that, all David Benavidez has to do is come down to 160 pounds or either fight him at a catch weight. Forgive me if I sound a little irritated, but haven't we been through all of this before? Didn't David Benavidez already say that he wasn't coming down to fight Charlo, and that if Charlo wants to fight, it has to come to 168, and rightfully so. It doesn't make sense to try to force a guy down to a lower weight class for a fight. If you want to fight as the smaller guy, move up. You move up to whatever weight's comfortable for you, but the fight should happen at his weight class at 168. That's just my take on it. Jermall Charlo also said that he wants a fight with Triple G, which I'm not going to sit here and act like this is the first time he's ever called out Triple G. I know that he's wanted that fight for years. But ultimately, calling him out right now makes no sense. The worst kept secret in boxing has been that Triple G was going to fight Murata at the end of December. And both guys have been sitting on the shelf, avoiding smoke from anyone who could threaten derailing that fight, waiting to fight one another. So Jermall at this point calling out names of guys that he really realistically can't fight.
And y'all know if I can get that fight, I get that fight. Y'all know if I can get that fight, I get that fight. I know I said I was my own. I know I said I was my own promoter and shit. That shit ain't cap. Nigga.
Hey, it's another one over there. You see it?
And what are you talking about?
Not my drink.
If I can get that fight, I get that fight. Ain't nothing I can do about that.
That was crazy.
I got to fight who they put in front of me, dog.
Yeah. I wasn't getting this shit.
And I've been working out.
I wasn't getting this shit.
Crazy.
I'm not way hard.
I'm ready.
No, I ain't fucking with this.
And meanwhile, Demetrius Andrade has been there all along, but he maintains that, he'll never fight Andrade. And then he'll say he'll fight Andrade if Andrade beats this guy. So, I like Jermall Charlo, don't get me wrong. I think he's a very, very good fighter. Could arguably be the best fighter at 160 pounds. But the calling out of guys who you aren't really trying to fight, you aren't in a position to make fights with. I even said the same thing about him calling out Canelo. I understand that Canelo didn't take the fight when he was at 160. But Canelo fights at 168. If you're not trying to go to 168 and fight him, leave the man alone. And I said the same thing when Andrade was calling out Canelo. I said, if Andrade's going to go to 168, cool. But if he's demanding that Canelo meet him at catch weight or come back down to 160, I don't want to hear it. I don't know what's going on with Jermall Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He's been very conflicting with even his own statement. 1 minute is this, 1 minute is that. So I just don't know what he's really trying to do. I wish him the best. I hope he gets a fight soon, a fight that fans can get excited about, and let's see what he has in store. Let's see what he has, to offer in that ring. You know what I'm saying? Because the Montiel fight was a good fight. It wasn't up in the air, but it was very, very entertaining. And quite frankly, if they wanted to run that fight back, I would have no issue with it. If he wants to run it back and see if he could do it better. But ultimately, I want to see Jermall in the ring, but I don't want to hear him calling out guys that he's not in a position to make fight with for whatever reason. That's all I got on the D-Lo 404 Boxing. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.